Hello everybody. So I've just got back from the cinema from seeing Predators, and this was a very, I would say it was very interesting to see this film. Having watched all the other films based on the Predators saga, obviously Predator 1, Predator 2, then you've got both of the crappy Aliens versus Predators. Yeah, we won't get into them. But this film was more of a, in some ways, it could sort of mirrored the first Predator movie in a few ways. Well, in a lot of ways, really. You had the jungle setting. Without giving too much away, as I say, there's the jungle setting. There's even reference to the first film about how the first Predator was defeated and everything. What happened the first time round. One of the characters is a female played by Alice Braga. She basically knows about the Predators. You've got Adrian Brody's character, who's like the leader, as it were. And I have to say, right, I've seen Adrian Brody in a number of films, and in this one, God, he kicked ass. And he even got himself all ripped and toned and everything. He looked the part. He was like a skinny version of Arnold Schwarzenegger, if you ask me. In some ways, that's what he was like. But Adrian Brody did do a good job in this film. Lawrence Fishburne makes a cameo appearance as a, I don't know how, he's very demented. He's lost his mind. He's been on the planet. See, because they're on a remote sort of planet. I wouldn't say remote because it's not really remote, but they're on a planet, and they all suddenly realise why they're all there. And there's about 8 of them all together. You've got Danny Trejo in there as well. As I say, Adrian Brody, Alice Braga, Lawrence Fishburne, and a number of other sort of members of cast. We have got this. I don't know if he's Chinese or Japanese, but I think he's Japanese anyway, and he is just. He rarely talks throughout the entire film, but he has a massive showdown with one of the Predators, and you've just got to, oh my god, all I can say is the guy's got guts. That's all I can say. He's got guts, but he has got an array of tattoos. His tattoos just look awesome. I mean, you can't really see it that clearly, but just from the offset, just looking on his back and everything, it's like the tattoo was like a coat, because there's a gap going right down the middle there where there's no tattoos at all. So it's like a coat of tattoos on him. It's brilliant. Sorry. We've got a Russian dude as well. There's a Sierra Leone dude. We've got a guy who was put on death row. He was 2 days away from being killed. The actor who plays him kind of reminds me of Steve Buscemi in some ways, because if Steve Buscemi was in this film, he'd be the same. He'd have the same mannerisms, if not played better, I reckon. We do get a scene where the Predator does its trademark move of ripping the spine out as well. It's awesome. What else was I going to say? Topher Grace. Yes, God, I can't believe I forgot him. He's in this as well. There is a bit of a twist or two in the film, so yeah, watch that as you will. There's the way that the Predators themselves have been portrayed, have been made as well. They've sort of been, they've evolved basically. As we all know, they always adapt. They always they learn pretty quickly and everything. But no, these Predators were, there's the last one in particular. Well, put it this way: 2 Predators have a face-off with each other. That's all I'm going to say. It's an interesting face-off as well, but I think obviously there's no real story. There wasn't an actual plot kind of thing in some ways, but I actually thought it was gonna last quite a long time. But I'm glad it didn't last. I think it was just under 2 hours or so, something like that. But it really is, as I say, no, not under 2 hours, is it? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but yeah, no, get yourselves to the cinema, have a look at it, see what you think. But as I say, it's pretty much got all sort of elements of the first movie As I say, there are a number of things that you will recognise, kind of thing, from the first movie to this one. So it's kind of like, I think Robert Rodriguez, you know, he produced this. Probably watched the first one and thought, right, what can I do about this? How can I make this film that I'm going to make, you know, produce, look a bit like that? As I say, it mirrors it in some ways. References are heavily used as well from the first film into this one. And no, I'd say give it some good props. You know, some of the effects you can tell weren't brushed up properly, so yeah, that was the only downside really. But otherwise, an enjoyable movie. I loved it. There are some comical moments as well, so you will have a bit laugh. But by all means, get yourself to the cinema, have a watch of it, let me know what you think. And my next review, I think, is going to be next Friday, and it's going to be on Christopher Nolan's mind-boggling Inception. That's all I can say about it right now. I've read about it, I've seen the trailers, and I still have no idea what the hell that film's about, but I am really looking forward to it. So that's next Friday, 16th of July, Inception. See you later.